speaker, Dr. Dilip Kumar Sharma, currently serving as the Dean of the International Relations and Academic Collaboration at GLA University Mathura. Dr. Sharma holds a distinguished academic background with a PhD in Computer Science and Engineering from the Indian Institute of Technology, Dhanbad, along with other several prestigious qualifications. Throughout his illustrious career, Dr. Sharma has been instrumental in fostering academic partnerships, facilitating over 175 MOUs and collaboration with esteemed institutions globally. He is renowned for his extensive contributions to research, having authored numerous papers in internationally recognized journals and conferences, as well as securing multiple patents. His outstanding contributions have been recognized through prestigious awards, including the Significant Contribution Award by the Computer Society of India and IEEE UP Section Outstanding Volunteer Award, with a wide range of research interests spanning machine learning, fake news detection, data mining, and software engineering. Dr. Sharma continues to inspire and mentor future generations of scholars. He has guided numerous postgraduate and doctoral students also, fostering a culture of academic excellence and innovation. Please join me in extending a warm welcome to Dr. Dilip Sharma, who will share his expertise on the topic Essential Insights, Navigating the Intellectual Property Landscape. Thank you, sir.
Good afternoon, dear participant, and thank you for introducing me. So I am very glad to give a talk in the National Workshop on Intellectual Property Rights. So yes, my talk is a post-lunch session. So I'm going to discuss about the essential insights navigating the intellectual property landscape. So I'm going to discuss about significance of intellectual property right, fostering innovation and creativity, explore the different type of intellectual property and their productions, and you are going to learn practical strategies for safeguarding your intellectual assets. So already, like, what is intellectual property rights? So intellectual property rights are the rights given to the person over the creation of their minds. They usually give the creator an exclusive right over the use of his or her creation for a certain period of time. And intellectual property rights are customarily divided into two main parts areas: copyright and rights related to copyright, and industry property. So copyright and rights related to copyrights. So here the rights of author of literary and artistic work such as books and other writings, musical compositions, painting, sculpture, computer programs and films are protected by copyright for a minimum period of 50 years after the death of the author and up to the 70 years. But I am like World Trade Organization definition, I am discussing this content. Also protected through copyright related, sometimes refer to neighboring rights, the rights of the performer. For example, actors, singers, musician, producer or phonograms, sound recordings and broadcasting organizations. A main social purpose of protection of copyrights and related rights is to encourage and reward creative works. And second is the industry property. So industry property can be usefully be divided into two main areas. One area can be characterized as the protection of distinguished signs, in particular trademarks, which distinguish the goods or services of one undertaking from those of others undertaking, and geographical indications, which identify goods as originating in a place where a given characteristics of the good is essentially attributable to its geographical origin. other type of industrial properties are protected primarily to stimulate innovation, designs, and the creation of technology. In this category fall inventions protected by the patents, industry designs, and the trade secrets. You already aware what is patents. So as per the word intellectually property organization WIPO, a patent is an exclusive right granted for an invention which is a product or a process like that provides in general a new way of doing something or offer a new technical solution to a problem. To get a patent, technical information about the inventions must be disclosed to the public in a patent application. So I have already asked, like, patent is exclusive right protecting the inventions. The purpose of patent is to encourage innovation and progresses. And the process is going to, once have to file the application, then examination, and then finally after the examination it is going to grant. And duration typically 20 years from date of filing the patent. So you can see here, like, this is the iPhone patent. Initially they filed and for with the name of electronic device. Now come to the trademarks. So what are the trademarks? They are the distinctive signs identifying goods or services. And the purpose is to ensure brand recognition and loyalties. And the process requires registration with trademark offices. And the duration is indefinite if mark remain distinctive. And you can see on this slide that like Google trademarks or Apple trademarks or the Burger King or Harvard University trademarks. So these are like the examples of the trademarks. Then we have the copyrights. So what are the copyrights? So it is a protection of the literary and artistic creations. And the purpose is to safeguard creative expression and original works. And the process is automatic upon creation in some jurisdictions. And the duration is minimum again 50 years, post author death up to the 70 years. Then we have the trade secrets. So what is trade secrets? Means confidential information crucial for businesses. And the purpose is to maintain competitive advantage and innovations. And protection, no registration relies on secrecy. Again, it is valid for indefinite if property safeguarded. And what are the different? There are different trade secrets in various industries. Like again, you can see like a formula to build the Coca-Cola, Thumbs Up, or there are the trade secret, or a lot of like flavored like things there, like Maggi masala is also they are going to. We don't know what is the exact formula, so we cannot copy by the other one. So again, secret component of formulas, manufacturing or processing methods, business plans, marketing plans, architectures. Similarly, like the current version of the Google ranking algorithm may be also the trade secret, because the ranking beauty is that it is going to give a top 10 relevant document. Only the first patent of Google PageRank is available, but what are the current algorithm they are going to use, that is not available. And then another thing comes is authorship. So publication, principal and authorship, because here we are going to have the audience like students and faculty members. So what are the publication principles? Authorship. So what is authorship and co-authorship? So it should be based on a significant intellectual contribution. And it is assumed that all authors have had a significant role in the creation of an article that bear their names. Therefore, the list of authors on an article serves multiple purposes. It indicates who is responsible for the work and whom questions regarding the work should be addressed if they are going to have some doubt or queries. Moreover, the credit implied by authorship is often used as measure of the contributors' productivity when they are evaluated for employment, promotions, grants and prizes. So what are the publication principles? So number one is like authorship credits. So must be reserved for individuals who have met each of the following conditions. Made a significant intellectual contribution to the theoretical development, system or experimental design, prototype development, analysis and interpretation of data associated with the work contained in the article, contributed in to drafting the article or reviewing and or revising it for intellectual content. Approve the final version of article as accepted for publication including references. In article with multiple authorship, the order of the author shall be at the good judgment of the author's contribution. When the list and the order of author has been established, the list and order of authors should not be altered without permission of all living authors of the article. Change in the author list is considered rare and exceptional, and the decision to allow such changes rests with the editor or the chief of the specific journal or magazine. Any part of an article essential to its main conclusion must be responsibility of at least one author, or we can say like corresponding author. So in the case of article with multiple authors, a corresponding author must be designated as having responsibility for overseeing the publication process and ensuring the integrity of the final document. The corresponding authors accept the responsibility for including as co-authorship all person appropriate and none inappropriate. Obtaining from all co-authors their assent to be designated as such as well as their approval of the final version of the manuscript as accepted for the publication. Keeping all co-authors appraised of the current status of article submitted for publication, including furnishing all co-authors with copies of the reviewer comments and a copy of the published version as appropriate. That is the responsibility of the corresponding author for an article. Co-authors are responsible for the work submitted under their names. They should remain knowledgeable insofar as possible regarding the contents and status of the article, including the nature of any revisions in the manuscript. If an article is revised and is submitted for the same journal, co-authors should be asked by the corresponding author to say again their consent to be listed as co-authors to approve the revised versions. Now come to the author responsibilities, preparation and submission of the manuscript for any journal or magazine. Ensure work is new and original research. All author listed with the content and support the submission. Agree that the manuscript can be examined by anonymous reviewers. Provide copies of the related work submitted or published elsewhere. Obtain copyright permission if figures, tables need to be reproduced from some existing literature. Include proper affiliation. So what is publishable? So conference journals like to publish papers, research papers, and that are going to be widely read and useful to the readers, audience. So papers that report original and significant findings that are likely to be interest to a broad spectrum of its readers. So papers that are well organized and well written with clear statement regarding how the findings relate to and advance the understanding development of the subject knowledge. Papers that are concise and yet complete in their presentation of the findings. What is not acceptable? Papers that are routine extension of previous reports that don't appreciable advanced fundamental understanding or knowledge in that area. Incremental or incomplete reports of research findings, research results. Verbose, poorly organized papers cluttered with unnecessary or poor quality illustration presentation of the work. Violation of ethical guidelines including plagiarism of any type of degree or others or one itself. Self-plagiarism also is not acceptable. Now, there is a very important term, scientific misconduct. Oh, what is this scientific misconduct? Scientific misconduct means fabrication, falsification, plagiarism or other practice that seriously deviate from those that are commonly accepted within the scientific community for proposing, conducting or reporting research. Now there is a two terms. One is plagiarism, another is a self-plagiarism. So what is plagiarism? So plagiarism using the ideas or words of another person without giving appropriate credit. So that is called the plagiarism. So please remember, whenever we are going to take a content of some other researcher or from any source, we have to give appropriate credit to that person or book or journal or video or anything is there at appropriate places also. Another term is self-plagiarism. So the verbatim copying or reuse of one's own research, that is also a plagiarism. Means you cannot publish your same work in the form of multiple publication. Your one work should have only the one publication. You can choose absolutely, but not by changing some language or something, but the findings are same. Both types of plagiarism are considered to be unacceptable practice by most of the scientific publications. Other type of ethical violations: duplicate publication, duplicate submission of research findings, failure to inform the editor to related papers that the author has under consideration in press, unrevealed conflict of interest that could affect the interpretation of the findings, results, misrepresentation of research findings, use of selective or fraudulent data to support a hypothesis or a claim, citations, very important term. So read the work before you cite. Don't cite just like somebody asks you to cite. You have to make it appropriate inclusion of the content as per the theme of your manuscript paper. Important to cite work correctly and completely. Very important thing. 10 characteristics of an incredible dull paper. So you have to avoid that thing if you want to write a good paper. Avoid focus. So you can say like you want to write a good manuscript paper, it should have a focused, theme based. Avoid originality and personality. Make the article really long. So our article should not be long, it should be appropriate. Do not indicate any potential implications. It should have some findings, narrow down findings, the specific work you want to propose, you want to present. Leave out illustrations, too much effort to draw a sensible. Omit necessary step of reasoning. Use abbreviations and technical terms that only specialists in the field can understand. Actually, the papers can also be read by the general audience they are not related to the specific, say, computer science area, they are say from the biotechnology, but they want to work interdisciplinary. So language must be easy and should not use the acronyms or abbreviation. Make it sound too serious with no significant discussion in the manuscript. Focus on the statics. That is also not a good sign of a good paper. Support every statement with reference. Too much reference is also not desirable. You should be able to write your own content, content in the manuscript. So there should be not less references, not too much references. So you can see, so that reverse is the characteristics of the good paper. So you can say good paper must have focused information content. It should have originality and personality. It should be precise article, not too short or too long, and indicate the potential implications. Like that you can have the good papers. So in nutshell we can say scientific ethics is an integral part of the graduate research. Statement, figures and tables reproduced in the report, presentation and paper require proper citations. That is a very important aspect. Published work is protected by the copyright laws. So copyright permission is necessary if you are going to refer any elsewhere paper or special papers. Now these days papers, they have the link to obtain the copyright permissions. What purpose you want to use, so you can online get the copyright permission to use in your manuscript.
Is there some charges?
No. No, for educational purpose, no charges. If you are going to have the commercial purpose, then certainly they are going to ask. So there is yes. So, because if you are going to earn the money for that, so certainly commercial things, everything is like chargeable, but not for the educational or research purpose. You have to see once you are going to use. I can show the one link because here we have the links.
Okay, if I want to publish their data, I want to give reference of their data. Then
You have to obtain the permission. Simply, you have to file the form, and once they will, whether they are going to allow or not, what condition they are allowing you. So once you will submit the application, like for what purpose, what article, what section, so they will respond to you. Once if they are allowing with some conditions, so you have to follow their condition. I have some few more definition because for academic fraternity, plagiarism is a very serious issue. So you have to care a lot, knowingly, unknowingly also. So please don't trust your colleagues or your student. You have to ensure by yourself. So to present as new or original idea or product derived from the existing sources. To take the use one's own writing or ideas of another, that is also plagiarism. For example, the reuse of someone else's prior ideas, processes, results or word without explicitly acknowledging the original author or source. So there are two important factors for it. Author A want to use text, chart, photographs of or other graphics from author B, original materials. Then author A must do two important things. Clearly indicate the reused material by using quotation within the double quotes, mark or indentation, and provide a full reference to the original material, publication title, author name, article, title, year of publication, and from page number to page number, and DOI references. Obtain a written permission from the publisher, or if the reused material has not been published, obtain written permission from the original authors. That is very important. So at last, summary of this discussion, provide enough information so we can find the original source, use your own words and ideas. If you repeat author's exact work, you must use quotation. If you want to use one or two lines of the same work, you don't want to, but you have to use in a double quotes and then also give the proper citation of that manuscript. Avoid using other work with minor cosmetic changes. You will not come in that trouble. Thank you. Now you can ask questions. Yeah, welcome for any query or no. Thank you. Any question from anyone? Thank you.
There is a feedback link, आप सब उसे भर दीजिए ग्रुप पे, अभी भर दीजिए.
Thank you, sir. You talked about patent, trademark, copyrights, and many other topics. Sir, we are grateful to you for gracing us with your presence and sharing your wealth of knowledge and expertise. Your dedication to academic excellence and research advancement serves as an inspiration to us all. Sir, I would like to call Dr. Rahul sir to extend the honor to you as a form of certificate.
Now I would like to call Rahul sir to give memento to Dilip sir.
But I will request you, I will give better to Rahul because no, sir. Like that's a Rahul को मेरी तरफ से. I'm also the workshop chair actually, but he asked me to give that.
Now it's a memento from Dilip sir to Rahul sir.
Excellent work, madam. God bless you.
Now it's time for certificate distribution.
Certificates there.
As we draw to a close, I hope you have found today's workshop on intellectual properties and rights both enlightening and enriching.
Throughout the day, we've had the privilege to hearing from our distinguished speakers, each offering valuable insights into different aspects of intellectual property.
Dr. Amit Goyal kicked off our journey by elucidating the basics of property, providing a foundational understanding of the various rights and protections available to creators and innovators.
Followed by Dr. Goyal, Mrs. Swati Vajneya guided us through the indirect life cycle and legal procedure of patent application in India, shedding light on the procedural interactions involved in securing patent rights.
Ms. Ruchi Yadav then delved into the nuanced topic of non-patentable inventions, exploring the boundaries and exceptions with patent law and providing clarity on what can and cannot be patented.
Lastly, Dr. Sharma shared his essential insight navigating the intellectual property landscape, offering strategic perspective and practical advice for events effectively maneuvering through the complex world of intellectual property rights.
Each speaker has brought a unique perspective to the table, enriching our understanding of intellectual property and rights for its application for innovation and creativity.
As we conclude the workshop, I urge you to reflect on the knowledge gained today and consider how it can be applied to your respective endeavors, whether you are an inventor, entrepreneur, or legal practitioner. The principles discussed here are fundamental to practicing and leveraging intellectual assets in today's dynamic landscape.
On behalf of GLA, I extend our heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed speakers, Dr. Amit Goyal, Ms. Swati Vashne, Ms. Ruchi Yadav, and Dr. Dilip Sharma for sharing their expertise and insights with us.
Let us carry forward the spirit of learning and collaboration instilled in us today as we continue to navigate the ever-evolving realm of intellectual property. Thank you all for your participating and engagement.
बेटा आप लोग सबको एक फीडबैक फॉर्म शेयर किया है, वो जरूर भर दीजिए। फीडबैक फॉर्म प्रिंटिंग मटेरियल भी है, हमने आपको प्रिंटिंग दे दी है डॉक्यूमेंट्स, ठीक है, तो तैयार कर लीजिए। फीडबैक फॉर्म भर दीजिए, फीडबैक फॉर्म भर दीजिए। फीडबैक फॉर्म जरूर कर दीजिए।
So good afternoon everyone. Those who are present here, please collect your certificate. Sanchita Tiwari. Sanchita Tiwari.
प्रिंटिंग मटेरियल भी ऐसे होते हैं जो पीपीटी आया
Please group children come and give the certificate for the participation.
अजय स्वाति मैम
बाकी लोगों का नाम बोलते चलो।
अभिषेक गुप्ता, अभिषेक कुमार, आदर्श, अजितेश कुमार,
नेक्स्ट जल्दी आइए, जो है ना काम करो।
अलका, अमित, अनिरुद्ध, अंकुर, अंशुल, अश्वनी, आशीष,
अश्वनी 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 सिंह, अश्विन
अश्विन,
ये नहीं आपको?
आदित्य गुप्ता,
आदित्य गुप्ता,
आशीष शर्मा, आशीष श्रीवास्तव,
बीच में मैडम,
आशुतोष वर्मा, आशुतोष, हाँ, अश्वनी यादव, बबीता कुमारी, दीक्षा अग्रवाल, दीपांशी कर, दीपांशी,
दीक्षा क्या लिख दिया? वाश नहीं है दीक्षा, दीक्षा,
धवल, दिव्या गौड़,
डबल व्यास,
गौराम, गोल्डी, गौरव, गुनगुन, गौरव,
गौरव,
गुनगुन गुप्ता, गुंजन सिंह, हेमंत भाटी, हेमंत भाटी, हिमांशी सिंह, इंद्रेश यादव, जितेश कुमार भाटिया, ज्योति शर्मा, काजल, कामना शर्मा, कपिल, कशिश वासने, कौशिकी, अरे टेक फ्रॉम हियर, कृतिका, महेश शर्मा, महेश शर्मा, मनोज कुमार अग्रवाल,
लाइव तो बंद
करवा देंगे सर।
यूट्यूब लाइव
मनोज कुमार सैनी, मनोज कुमार अग्रवाल सर, ये बच्चा नाम मनोज कुमार सैनी सर, मयंक, मयंक पचौड़ी, व्हाट इज योर नेम?
मयंक,
ओनली मयंक,
आगे बढ़ो नाम है।
मयंक पचौड़ी,
नहीं है।
मुदल,
राहुल आ जाओ, तुम आ जाओ।
ये क्या लिखा है?
मेरी घंटे साहब मैम आप लोग रहिए
नंदनी शर्मा, नंदनी शर्मा, अभी मुन्नी गोगई, निखिल, गोविल, अनिक, जितेंद्र, आरती भदौरिया, पंकज अग्रवाल, पंकज गर्ग, पार्थ बिश्नोई, पारुल चौधरी, पीयूष वशिष्ठा, पूजा सिंह, प्रज्ञा, प्रियंका गुप्ता, प्रियांक, पुनीत शर्मा, राहुल अग्रवाल,